So, today we're going to talk about a project with some absolutely huge ambitions. There's this company called Linkspreed, and they're not just building another app or a new website. Nope, they are trying to build an entire internet ecosystem right from the ground up. And, they are not exactly subtle about their goals. This is the promise, right at the very heart of their vision, that you or anyone can create your own fully featured social network with your own rules and do it in less time than it takes to grab a sandwich. That is a seriously bold claim. I mean, how is that even possible? What's the master plan here? Well, it turns out that creating your own social network is just the tip of the iceberg. It's the very top layer of a much, much deeper plan. So let's peel back those layers one by one and see what's really going on underneath. Okay, so we're starting at the top. This is the layer that you and I would actually interact with, the application layer. Linkspreed calls this Web4, and the whole idea is to build a new kind of internet based on social networks. This is the most visible part of their entire plan. So the core idea here is actually pretty cool. Instead of just a few giant platforms controlling basically all of our online social lives, Web4 is designed to let anyone, communities, brands, even just a group of friends, create their own digital space, totally customized for what they need and what they believe in. And they give you two main ways to do this. Over on the left, you've got Web4 SNAS, which stands for Social Networks as a Service. That's the easy button, a powerful cloud-based solution where they handle all the technical headaches. Then on the right, you've got the Web4 Open Source version. This one is completely free, you can host it yourself, and it's for folks who want total control. You could even run it on something tiny, like a Raspberry Pi. But listen, these are not just some simple forums. AI is baked right into the core of this thing. We're talking about really sophisticated tools for stuff like content moderation, using special AI models that are trained to spot things like hate speech. They've even got AI agents that can search your network's database for you to give you insights about your community. This isn't some add-on feature. It's fundamental to how it works. Okay, so once you've built your own social network, you're going to need the right tools to actually manage everything, right? The community, the business side of it, the data. That brings us to our next layer down, the software tools. And this is where a project called Trive comes into play. And Trive operates on a pretty radical philosophy. They believe that essential business software, software as a service or SaaS, shouldn't be some expensive luxury. They actually see it as a fundamental right, which is why they offer their entire suite of tools completely free. And we're not just talking about one or two simple apps here. Trive is split into two big parts. You have Vertex, which is their B2B suite, offering really powerful tools for businesses, like CRM for customer management and project management systems. Then you have Origin, which is the B2C side, with free apps for developers and regular folks. And get this, they release a new application for each side every single month. But here is the real kicker, the secret sauce. It's the integration. Just imagine all that community data from your Web4 social network flowing seamlessly, automatically into your free Trive CRM system. This creates this incredibly powerful interconnected ecosystem where your tools and your platform are literally built to work together perfectly, something that's super hard to do when you're just piecing together different services. But look, if you want to be truly independent, an ecosystem needs more than just software. It needs its own hardware to run on. And that brings us down to the physical layer, a project they call Winex. Winex is all about building consumer hardware that's designed specifically for this ecosystem. And they're developing the whole shebang, from an affordable W4 phone to get everyone on board, all the way to a high-performance second-gen phone and a notebook that are so powerful they can actually act as personal servers. Now, one of the wildest features of the hardware is this totally new way of handling your identity online. The idea is you have this special secure card, kind of like a high-tech SD card, that holds your unique identity. You pop that into your W4 phone and boom, you suddenly have secure, password-free access to everything in the entire ecosystem. Seriously, no more forgotten passwords. So what's the endgame with all this? The ultimate goal is to totally decentralize the web by turning these everyday devices into personal servers. The vision is that your phone won't just be for scrolling. It'll have the power to host your very own Web4 Lite social network running right there in your pocket. We've gone from applications to tools to hardware. So now we're at the deepest, most fundamental layer of this entire project, the protocols. This is where dev.unity comes in, and its goal is to literally rewrite some of the core rules of the internet itself. Hey, remember that hardware-based identity we were just talking about? Well, DevUnity is the team building the software protocol that actually makes it work. It's called UIUID, or Unique Identity on Device. It's a brand new standard designed to take control of your digital identity away from these massive centralized companies and put it back onto a physical device that you actually own. And it does not get more fundamental than this. Project IPX is their plan to build a whole alternative to the traditional internet protocol. You know, the system that directs almost all the traffic on the web today? The sheer scale of that ambition is just mind-boggling. They're not just building on top of the internet, they're trying to re-architect its very foundation. All right, so we've looked at all the individual pieces, from the social networks all the way down to the base-level protocols. Now let's put it all back together and take a look at the complete picture. So here it is, the whole ecosystem in one shot. You've got Web4, the application layer where you build your community. Below that, you've got Triv, the free software tools that support it. Running it all is WineX, the custom hardware. And at the very bottom is DevUnity, the foundational protocols it's all built on. Each layer is designed specifically to support the others, creating one massive, fully integrated system. And that, of course, brings us to the big question. A system where every single layer is built by one company to work together perfectly could be unbelievably powerful and smooth, but does that deep integration create a better, more open future for the web? Or does it risk becoming its own kind of closed-off, walled garden? That's really the central tension to think about with a project this ambitious.